Good morning everyone. We are going to start with some nice easy exercise. You will need a mat and a pillow as we lay down. Once you're laying down, make sure you have something under the head to protect you. You may need a ball for this session. Once you are down, make sure you are comfortable, laying down, close your eyes, and we're going to start with meditation before we do any exercise. So once your head is on the pillow, bend the knees, relax your body. From here, allow your feet to travel towards the mats, keeping the knees in crook position, ground the heels. Open out your hands to face the sky or ceiling and lift the chin. Draw a deep breath in through your nose and deep breath out. Repeat this for 8 deep breaths. If you prefer, stretch out the legs into full pranayama. Repeat again, deep breath in, deep breath out. Repeat this for 6 deep breaths, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth or nose, but to allow the diaphragm to lift fully into the rib cage and away. Clear your mind as you continue to breathe in deeply and for longer, and breathe out again slowly, trying to breathe out as fully as you can. On your next in-breath, take the arms over the head and stretch past your pillow or block, lengthening the arms and stretching the hands. Try and get the shoulders to the floor and the hands to the floor behind the head, then slowly bring them back. Repeat this for 8 stretches on the upper body. In-breath as you stretch the arms. Try and elongate the tummy as you stretch the whole body. Then out breath, release. Remember, each time the arms are travelling over the head, lengthening the rib cage is also going to stretch all of the upper shoulder girdle. As you pull in, pull the tummies in flat as well, and breathe out as the arms return. 4 more nice big stretches. Don't forget to release the breath as the arms come down. Now, whatever your plans are for today and the weekend, set it now with these nice easy stretches, and plan this yoga session throughout your weekend. Or if you're starting with me this morning, this should clear your mind fully to achieve even the smallest of jobs. Last deep breath in as you stretch the arms above the head. Bring the arms back. Now gently, with one arm at a time, take the wrist to the ceiling, palms or fingers facing down, and then change arms. Going to repeat for 8. Now these nice easy lifts, as though someone has a piece of string on the hand, like a puppet being pulled with the hands. Lift up so the arms are floating and the fingers are like a drooping flower or petals falling. So the stress releases from the shoulders to the fingertips. Don't forget your in-breath as they come up and the out-breath as you release. Last 2. Last 1. Now bringing both hands up, gently flag shape the hands and stretch the shoulder off the floor. One at a time, lifting the shoulders towards coming up towards the ceiling. Protract forwards and release. And bring your hands to your hips. Laying here gently when ready, lift the chin. Now turn the head to one side, stretching and lengthening the back of the neck as you twist the head. Hold here for 2 breaths. Breathe in through the nose again and breathe out through the nose or mouth. Change to the other side slowly, turning the head the other way. Again, fill in the lengthening of the neck. Repeat again, left to right. One more time. Go back to pranayama, hands beside you. Relax the shoulders. Go back to 2 deep breaths, drawing them in through your nose, pulling on the diaphragm, squeezing the tummy muscles down and the glute muscles together. As you exhale, release all of those muscle contractions. Then, when ready, gently take the chin towards the chest. Hold for 1 second, then release and bring it back down. So waking up your upper abdominal muscles. Don't forget the out breath as the chin goes to the chest and in breath as you relax. One more in your own time. Now bend the knees again to crook position as you drop the head back to your pillow. Make sure the pillow is comfortable. Stretch one leg towards the ceiling. Hold on to the calf muscle, straightening the knee and the elbows to hold and lengthen for 2 breaths. Now you're just stretching the muscles in the back of the leg and hold. Gently on 3 stages, bring the foot towards the nose, slowly. So the progression is on the back of the leg. You may want to flex the foot to bring the toes towards the head. Give in more of a stretch in the back of the leg or hamstrings. Then repeat again on the 3rd stretch, still trying to keep the knee straight. Those with knee issues, don't worry, you can bend the knee if you need to. Now with the opposite hand to the opposite foot, take the leg over the top of the bent leg. Now watch you don't move the hips. This is to stretch the opposite hip and hold. Repeat on the other leg. So 3 stages, hamstring or developmental stretch here. When ready, hold the foot, flex the heel, feel the stretch here. 2 breaths. Repeat again, bringing that foot towards the head. Repeat again, one more progression. So feeling in the lengthening in the back of the leg. And remember what we did on the other leg. Opposite hand stretches opposite leg over and hold that position for 2 breaths. Bring both legs towards the ceiling or sky and circle the feet. Bring your hands beside the bottom. Gently open out the legs as you turn the ankles into full circles away and back again. Really stretch through the ankles, feeling the lengthening of the legs, stretching into the metatarsals and tarsals in the foot, but more so in the subtalar joint in the ankle. So fully stretch. Keep working all of the tiny bones. Reverse your cycle to bring the legs back together. Repeat 2 more open adductor stretches. Take your time. Now you might not get very wide with the legs, but just go to where's comfortable between the legs. Now reach for one toe and then the other, and gently open to pull the legs as wide as you can. Hold that position, feeling the stretch on the lower legs, also in the bottom and thighs. And when ready, for those that want to progress, draw the chin towards the bottom. For those with a neck issue, you mustn't lift the head. So keep the head on the pillow, but keep breathing to hold this position. Some of you may want to hold the back of the calves to get more progression, trying to lengthen the thighs and the back of the knees. When ready, bring your legs together. Now point and flex the heels. So again, these are nice, easy pranayama opening stretches that you can do even on the bed or sofa. We're going to place the hand either side of the bottom to walk the legs down now. Now if you find this too much, you may want to place a ball underneath the coccyx to protect your lower back. You mustn't do these if you are pregnant or have a bowel condition, so only one leg, as shown, will go up and down. Be careful on the hip flexors. If you find the top of the leg hurts, don't go all the way towards the floor. The rest of us, alternate points to alternate flex feet. Again, plantarflexion to dorsiflexion as you walk, stretching through the core muscles and your lower back. Now remember, these are just stretches, these are not yoga poses, we're just warming up the body. And this will really warm up your tummy muscles. If you've recently had surgery in the tummy, please make sure you're doing one leg at a time. The rest of us, can we get the toes further towards the head before they take away? Now I know that any age can do these exercises, whether they're a toddler and they're laying down copying you, or whether they're a teenager trying to work on core muscles and back. Perfect exercise for anybody. Those that suffer with a hip problem though, you must remember, as I have done before, just one leg at a time if it hurts. Two more of these. Just start to feel a pull at the top of the legs and in the core muscles. Now that our body is warm, draw the knees in and rock side to side. When ready, bring out your arms and open. Draw the knees to one side and curl into a ball, taking the knees fully away. Then, when ready, the head is going to turn away from the knees, holding there for 2 to 3 breaths. Deep breaths in as you close your eyes. Hold the breath slightly or into the bottom of the lungs and breathe out slowly. Staying here, stretch out your legs. With the opposite hand, hold the leg on top or the big toe of the opposite leg. 3 more deep breaths in through the nose and out through your mouth. Draw the knees in. Gently change direction and repeat again. Drawing the head to the other side and the knees away. And then lengthen both legs again. Opposite hand to opposite big toe, chin to the other shoulder. Here into Halasana twist, feeling the lengthening through the waist, back and legs, under the arms and spine. So an all over body workout here, and a full stretch on all muscles, including the neck and shoulders. Be aware that the back shoulder should still be on the floor. If you find this difficult, bring the hand further to the bottom. One more deep breath in and out. Draw the legs back in, remove the ball and gently rock side to side. Now remove the pillow or come down further on your mats as we now go or attempt to go into shoulder stand. If you know that you can't go up on the shoulders, you will just lay on the back and lift the legs but push the feet towards the head off the floor. If you're pregnant, you must keep the head down and the legs open. Same applies with hip and bowel conditions. The rest of us, when ready, drawing a deep breath in, we will go on to the shoulders now. Stretch up the body when you're there. Make sure the hands are underneath your hips. Straightening the body as best you can. Take the legs away to straighten the toes down towards the hips. Hold for 8 deep breaths. In through the nose and out through the nose or mouth. Now draw one leg at a time over the head, keeping one leg straight and one stretching all the way to the floor. If you find this difficult, stay in set of Halasana or shoulder stand. Here in split Halasana, you're working the back, the bottom, the tummy and legs. Bend the knees and swap. Now if you're still laying on your back with both legs pulsing to your head, draw the knees in now and rock right to left. For those that can progress, both legs over the head, release and bring your hands down so that the bottom can be fully stretched into the back. Hold for 5 breaths. Those laying on the back with the knees into chest, stretch out back to pranayama, palms facing the ceiling and body stretched out. Gently bend the knees to roll out. The rest of us join those that have just finished into pranayama, stretching limbs, palms to the ceiling or sky. Breathe in and out through your nose for 4 deep breaths. Those that find it difficult to kneel on the knees will need to listen to the alternatives I give you as we go on to our tummies now. So bend in the knees, roll over when ready. Bring in the hands and knees in line with each other. Gently bring the bottom towards the heels and lengthen the arms in front. Here holding into a nice easy stretch and child's pose. Now into an insect pose, drawing the knee in, stretch one leg behind you and opposite arm. So the opposite stretch is on the spine. Curl the toes of the legs underneath to protect you, but keep the head down, gaze or drishti towards the floor or mat. Finding your balance, stay there for 2 more breaths. Change legs and arms when ready. You should feel the benefit in the back of the leg, the bottom, the shoulder and arm, and of course your balancing skills. Bend the knees back to child's pose. Now, when ready, come on to all fours as we go into downward dog. Curling the toes, and first of all, pedal push your one leg at a time, pushing down on the heels, stretching the legs, lengthening the spine. Now, if you can't get your heels down, maybe you have a block at home or a small pillow you can place at the end of your mat to work the heels against it, therefore lengthening the hamstrings and stretching the Achilles. Those that don't need to, push the heels down, head right through the gap of the arms now, pushing into the hamstrings and lengthening your spine and arms. Hold for 2 breaths. Now go lower and hold for 5 breaths. When ready, into 3-legged dog. Now if you find it difficult to balance on one leg or with hamstring stretch, go into cat position, where you bring the head to the tummy on all fours, and then into cow, which we're going to do next anyway. Other leg when ready. So bringing the knees down, back onto all fours, draw the head down, tummy towards the chin, into a downward cat. Pull the tummy muscles in, then breathe out and come up to cow, lifting the chin and the midriff to lengthen your spine. Try and get the head to meet the bottom. Repeat for 2. From here, into a split crocodile. Take one leg across the bent knee. Take the opposite hand across the straight arm and lengthen that position. When ready, lift in the back leg and arm to balance on cross insect pose or into a crocodile. When ready, see if you can reach your leg with your foot and hand together and lift up to hold. Now if you find this difficult, stay balanced with a long leg that's crossed behind the bent knee and the lengthened arm across the other one. Change legs. When ready, lift. And then when ready, see if you can reach the foot and take it up and hold. Taking the body down, bring the heels down, the bottom to the heels and lengthen again. Back into child's pose. hips down. Here now into a Cobra Pose. Lifting the head and holding that position to stretch your midriff as you lift the head. Here into Halasana, see if you can lift the chin a little higher. Feeling the stretch in the lower back. When ready, reach in for your ankles. We are now going to go into a wheel pose. Those that can't reach their heels, reach for the legs. Hold for 4 breaths by taking the knees off the floor and just feel the stretch in the back. And to me, the hips should be felt underneath it. Now come back down to pranayama, but this time on the tummy, head to the side and arms behind you. Relax for 3 breaths. Turn the head now for another 3 breaths. Now go into a full cobra, hands either side of the chest. Bring the whole body off the floor, but then bring the hips down. Try and close the legs slightly, but watch your back. Elbows should be bending backwards, shoulders down and chin up. Hold here for 4 breaths. Back to child's pose, but hands to the heels this time. Into seated lunge or low lunge. Bring one leg in front of you with a bent knee and the other leg also bent. Then when ready, take the arms to the ceiling and stretch through the lower back and hold this position for 6 deep breaths. If you want to progress to 8, do so. Feel the stretch in the back and arms. Lengthen the elbows when ready. The back hurts, come up. Change legs. Taking those hands now either side of the leg that's bent, bring up the back leg and straighten both legs when ready. Into a half triangle, make sure the heels are down and hold this position for 4 to 5 breaths. You should feel a lengthening of the hamstrings in the leg at the back and also in the calf muscles. Bring the legs back and swap over. Encourage the legs to move forwards, or both sets of feet, toes facing forward and knees straight as you can. Feeling the calf muscles, especially in the back. Try and get the heel down. Notice my back is neutral, my head is down, keeping the cervical spine in line with the lumbar. Step in and gently roll up. We're now going to take one leg in front of the other. Stretch through the legs and do your best again to place the hand either side of the foot or hold the leg in front. So both legs are straight here, hold in this stretch and then drop the head. This intense forward fold of the east. Change legs and swap over. Then both knees again and go back to child's pose. Releasing the muscles in the legs. Coming up onto all fours, bring one leg in front of the other, then turn the back leg towards you. Placing the hand in front of the bent leg or foot of the knee that's bent. Stretch the other arm to the ceiling or sky. Hold here for 2 breaths. For those that can carry on, hold for 10 breaths. So your choice here. Change size if you've done 2 breaths. Walk the hands to the other side, drawing this foot forward and the other to the side. Repeat on the other arm. Now remember, these are all exercises for the mat, or for you on the ground or on your bed. Yesterday's yoga exercises were all stretching and standing. The combination of both classes worked really well together. So if you have more time over the weekend, do them together. Now bring both hands together back to downward dog. Bend the knees, roll to the side and bring your head down to the pillow or block. Bend the knees, then lengthen and stretch out the body again. When ready, palms towards the ceiling or sky, turning the feet out. Now control your breathing. Breathing in through your nose and out through the nose or mouth. Repeat for 6 deep breaths. As you breathe in, remind your muscles and feel them, knowing the work you've just achieved. The more you stretch in yoga, the more you lengthen the muscles, the stronger and more flexible they become. Now on your next in-breath, taking you now somewhere else, bring the shoulders down and place the hands on your hips. Turn out the heels on the feet and turn out the elbows slightly. On your next deep breath, roll the eyes into the back of the head on your in-breath. As you exhale, bring the eyes, rolling them down or flexing them towards the chin. Repeat for 6 flexions on your eyes. As you allow your eyes to fully flex, draw that breath deeper into the chest. Listen to what's around you by blocking out the things you see and bring the eyes to the center of the closed eyelid, keeping them closed. Now use your ears to listen to all the different sounds around you. Be aware of those sounds. Think about how your body is feeling. You should feel a rush or a wave of energy traveling from the toes all the way up to your head. Breathe in fully. Breathe out slowly. Two more deep breaths in through your nose. Fill the lungs with air, and out breath slowly. Still being aware of what you can hear around you. Now take the eyes from right to left, gently stretching deep into the corner of the eyes. Relax the eyes and travel to the other side and repeat for 4 flexions from left to right, still with the eyes closed. One more flexion. Now stretch out the arms by your sides, allowing the heels to fall to the side and go back to drooping arms, one at a time for 6 to finish. Wrists traveling to the sky or ceiling, hands drooping like petals before they come down. 2 more in your own time. Now stretch the whole body, pointing the toes and stretching your arms. Curl into a ball and rock side to side. Have a fabulous weekend. Well done, and thank you for joining me today. Take your time coming up, roll to the side to do so, and we will see you on Monday morning. Thank you for coming.